It's not AI that's taking jobs. It's people that know how to use AI that are taking jobs.
Right.
And as we know, Web3 as well as AI is very deflationary. And if you guys don't understand that, I'm happy to explain it.
I get deflationary, but here, talk about it, You
might as well.
So
it's an important concept.
The deflationary idea is that right now the Fed raises the interest rates effectively to scare. It does tighten. It absolutely tightens. Companies then don't actually borrow as much as they did before on the short side. Banks, they borrow at short rates and they lend at long rates. And so if they're borrowing at a higher rate than they can lend, they're going out of business, which is why we're going to have to reconsider Money in the Bank with Frank as a title, right?
Great title.
Yeah, right?
I like that.
So we'd
be the only bank with money in it.
Yeah, right? So effectively, it's deflationary because if we lose jobs in the computers, the AI actually is able to take over those positions and do those tasks and those chores, those everyday chores, like, translating Swahili to English, which may have been a really hard position to fill at one point, but maybe not so much now. That takes another job away that the Fed didn't anticipate. And so if there are all these people that aren't working and now they can't get a job and we have, it's deflationary because people aren't going to be, that money isn't going to be chasing after fewer goods. Right now we have more money chasing fewer goods. Soon we'll have less money chasing no goods. And so that's deflationary because they have to cut prices. You see what Elon Musk is already doing with the Teslas, right? Yeah. His margins are razor thin already. So what he's doing now is, the lowering of the prices is deflation.
Yeah.
So my biggest concern with what these raises are, and they're painted into a box. I mean, we can only work with what we absolutely know. Right now, the Fed knows that raising rates increases unemployment, which is what he's trying to do. But what they don't know is what AI is going to do because that happened 4 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that, it's in the midst of these massive layoffs. I don't understand, I understand what they're saying, but I don't understand why they're not, looking at the macro. I mean, just last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, every day that week there was XYZ company lays off 25% of the workforce, and these were not small companies. We're talking about Lyft, and you're still trying to curb employment numbers.
So what do you do as a worker? These are big numbers of companies and the employees they lay off. What do you do in the midst of being unemployed and this new tech is emerging and kind of seems like there's an opportunity there versus in the past, if you get laid off in a financial crisis, you're like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah, let's unpack that.
Well, I mean, actually, I tweeted out my opinion on this yesterday, just coincidentally. I think the idea here is to find a skill that you have that a computer's not going to be able to do in the next 20 years and just get really good at it. In the meantime, you have to utilize AI as a tool.
But what about
it's not AI that's taking jobs, it's people that know how to use AI that are taking jobs.
Right. So to your point though, shouldn't you, if you do have a skill that is replaceable by AI, why can't you adapt to become the best at using the AI that will replace that skill that you have?
Well, because
you could, but people are just generally speaking, I don't want to change. Shouldn't affect me.
But so that's one thing, right? I shouldn't have to. It's going to be a prevailing opinion,
which is just human nature,
right? But the other thing is, just from a game theory perspective, of the people that don't have that opinion, it's still a crowded market, and more of the skill is being taken up by the AI side. So I'm not saying don't use AI. I'm saying use AI, but also work on what your future-proof skill is. You absolutely have to use AI if you want to be competitive.
Thank you for watching The Merge. This is all the information you need. Don't watch anything else. Only The Merge, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Hustle, grind, all those things. Like, subscribe, click, comment. I don't know what's going on. Somebody save me.